Hey guys, gamer of gamers in the zone, and welcome to another episode of Epic Battle Fantasy 4. In the last episode, we started fighting some monsters in the area as a means of trying to make forward progress, because we still have a very long ways to go until we reach the end of the Temple of Godcat. Starting with this encounter over here, that on my end is pretty loud. I'll just turn that down a little bit. I forget if I had trouble on this fight or not. For now, I'm just gonna go about this fight like usual. We got ourselves a new enemy here. So let's go ahead and give it a scan. Like always, this is the Chimera Bear, a sacred animal which uses powerful holy and defensive attacks. Okay, so this enemy is gonna be a bit of a tank. So our best method of fighting it will probably be to maybe start by dealing with those spirits first. So I'm gonna start with a dispel on those guys to get rid of their auto revives and healing. And then I'm gonna have Natalie, I think I'm gonna have Natalie put up a barrier this round. Yeah, and I think I made a pretty good choice. And then I'm gonna whip Lance out here so we can start dealing with these guys. So to start, Lance, why don't you cast a antimatter cannon on these guys? That should be a decent start. And then Natalie, you activate Pulsar. Good. And then why don't we use a frost arrow on this one? That way it can't move. Up next, I'll cast an antimatter cannon on this guy over here. Natalie, you go ahead and unleash another pulsar. Should take... Oh, took both of them out. Nice. And then why don't we have Anna use that on Lance to make sure he doesn't get damaged at all. Anna is getting seriously weakened though, so I think what I'm going to do for this turn is... I think I'm just going to have... Actually, no, I should keep at it with the attacking. Anna, why don't you refresh yourself? And then keep the attacks coming on this guy, because he's... Doesn't look like it should take too long to take him down. So now we can go for a single pulse on him. Which should deal decent damage. Oh, yikes. And Anna's been siphoned this turn, so she's useless. Alright, so for now our best move is to just keep attacking. So why don't we have, while Matt's on screen, cast a Fright on it. Allowing Lance to activate Antimatter again. Which was enough to take it down. And okay. I don't know if we're going to be ready for this. I'll try to stun one of those guys. So that way they are into constant danger. Okay, the one up top is doing stuff. Ha! I have the blessing. Oh, they did something completely different. Alright. Natalie should not be siphoned anymore, so let's get her back on screen and replace them with Matt. I'm going to get physical defense up while both of those bears are on screen, because that's a dangerous combination right there. Alright, leaving us with these two, which would prefer keeping Anna out, but nonetheless, you work with what you get. And these guys are heavily weak to zappy attacks, so I'm going to go with this to try and take them all down. And then I'll cast, let's go with Thunderbolt on the one to make sure I unleash a strong enough attack to kill it. That's gonna do nothing, Matt. Uh-oh, what's it doing? Oh, it just massively increased its evasion. Yeah, don't do that. I'm gonna dispel that from you. Alright, is that gonna be enough to take it out? Ah, just one hit short. Well, it should get caught within the mess of other attacks I have planned for... I forgot those enemies did that. Well, great. I'm gonna have to get Matt out of here. Well, I'll try to do something. I'll have them focus one more attack towards Screamer so we can weaken their magic defense. And then we can start going all out on one of them. Although, looking at it now, Matt's probably about to die. As if an attack is directed towards Matt, which luckily it wasn't. So I can take this turn to get Matt off screen, allowing us to bring back in Anna, which I'm going to use to heal Lance. I'm going to keep Anna in the support position for now. So we could use a well-rounded support party member. Alright, they're almost down. Just a little farther. Ooh, nice. Lucky revive chance. Unfortunately, Anna has been siphoned this turn, so she's not going to be too useful. Let's see what we can do with what we have left on screen. I'm going to try and finish that one up. And, okay. Anna, you try to use a regular attack to finish that one off, because I would like to just focus a regular pulse towards the other guy. Although his attacks are very... he looks very well defended at the moment. So why don't I focus this turn towards getting Matt out here one more time and see if he can dispel that. Because I kind of don't like seeing him with all those buffs on screen. Alright, thank you. Now to plan out my attack plan. For now, I'll start with going all out with the dark attacks with Lance and Natalie. And then, Anna, why don't you heal yourself? You're looking a bit low on health. I know you have the auto-revive in effect, but it feels like a good idea right now. And, oh dear, Natalie's out again. Alright, let's see if we can unleash some strong enough attacks to finish it off without the need of Natalie. Let's see, will Vines be enough? Okay, good, it was. And Matt is now next level. Let's go. There's still one more upgrade I'm looking for, but I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. We do have a couple of enemies over here, so let's once again take the time to plan out my attack and take a look at the remaining skills that can be upgraded, because we're getting close to having everything maxed out. And when it gets to that point, that's when we're going to want to make sure we're ready here. Was this a limit break, or was this just a regular thing? Because I know there's still a few more medals yet we have to unlock. Okay, for Natalie, I think I want to focus on maxing out Pulsar. Lance, I don't know what I want to upgrade with Lance quite yet. So for now, I'll hold off on him, especially since now we're regenerated on health and stuff. Oh dear, this looks like a very dangerous encounter. I think first and most important, I should buff everyone's physical and magical defense, because this looks like a deadly setup right here. With the monoliths being support and that big guy probably being the major attacker, we're in for a tough time. I can tell. They do all share the same weakness, though, of not being very well protected against bombs. So that's going to be the major weakness I'm going to try to use to my advantage here, but look at all the buffs that the monoliths themselves can enact. And Natalie just got stunned. We're in trouble, guys. Because we need to find a way to pierce those defenses while also being able to do some stuff. So I'd say to start, let's just keep... why don't we focus all our attacks towards trying to take out the middle guy. Because he's our major target right now. That's not going to be too useful. Can I siphon these guys? No, they cannot be siphoned. That's going to be a bit problematic. Ooh, another option. I can probably use Soul Arrow to weaken him. If he can't rely off one thing, rely off another. That's going to be a good plan. And why don't we cast Med Pack? If we can't do anything for now, we'll stick to support so we can keep defenses high. So we're going to need to utilize whatever we can. And these guys are about to... the big guys are about to fire. So I'd probably recommend at this time... Okay, they have no magic buffs, so I'd say my best option for now is to get Natalie back out and just get everyone to start blocking this turn. So we can try and out-tank this hit. Because we're about to get hit by some strong attacks. Okay, one big blast. Two big blasts. Oh, just barely dodged it. Unfortunately, my other party members are currently stunned. That's a problem. Alright, Lance, you cast Med Pack on Matt. Anna, why don't you cast Refresh on yourself? And then Matt, why don't you get a Well, no, not a Dispel, because that's gonna deal nothing to them. Let's keep focusing on the attack for now, with our current setup status effects. So we gotta keep at it with the attacks, and okay, that did not go very well. But this is the best plan here. It's gonna be slow, but it's the best way I see us winning this. Because I see no other way we could fight them. Other than to just keep fighting like this. And I don't know what to do about that high defense other than to activate this spell for now. That should at least give us a bit of a fighting chance here. And then maybe cast a Judgment? Or should I... Okay, either Big Blast, which is 120, or it's also weak to ice attacks. Ice Shard is also 120. Okay, so Big Blast will give us the best results for this. Definitely going to be trying to keep at it with the strong attacks, but here it comes again, so I should probably maybe have one of my party members focus on healing this turn. Because the big guy's about to attack. And we are in no state to fight back right now. So let's do a widespread heal on you guys. Anna... I don't know what to do with you. I think I'm gonna do what I did last round and do another block. I don't think it's the best move, but it's the best way we're gonna outlast against those Monolith Blasts. Did I say Guardian Blasts earlier? I meant Monolith Blasts. But that's gonna be our best strategy for winning this, is to just keep trying to out-tank them. Alright, why don't we focus another Soul Arrow to keep this guy weakened. And then Matt, you keep at it with the ice attacks, and we can take out that middle guy. That way, once the big middle dude is out, we'll be able to focus all out on dealing with the two small guys next, I'd say. Then we'll be able to take care of the monoliths. So let's do that, and then why don't we start getting Lance out here now that their defenses are down. And start casting airstrikes. 'Cause that'll be enough to take the big guy down. And then for this turn, let's start... these guys aren't weak to holy attacks. So maybe I'll start casting weakens on the monoliths to make their attacks weaker. Because if they're just going to keep charging up like that... And they don't seem to have a weakness to holy attacks. So it might be beneficial for me to focus all out on the holy attacks. That way we can keep lasting long. And they never stand a chance against us at this point. Alright, and then... What do I want Matt to do? I think for now, I might just want Matt to defend. Well, there's got to be something he can do. Except at the same time, they're all blocking. And there isn't really much I can do when they're all blocking. I'll activate Screamer so their magic defense goes down. I don't want their magic defense high once they start whipping out the more defense buffs. Alright, we survived, but once again, Natalie is... Oh no, she's not stunned anymore. Alright, another widespread heal. And then keep firing soul arrows so we can keep weakening the monoliths. Because if we keep weakening the monoliths, they'll go down in no time. then cast another airstrike. Why not on this guy next? Ooh, widespread airstrike. Very nice. So now they're just going to keep getting weaker now that the fight should keep getting progressively easier and easier. Because at this point, their attacks are going to mean nothing to me now. Alright, let's make sure that guy goes down, despite his high defense. And seeing how they're defending, why don't we take this turn to raise our magic defense? Just to make sure that's down for a while. They're still going all out with the defensive maneuvers. So I think for this turn, I actually don't know what I want to do this turn, but they're defending again. So they're going to be a bit of a small annoyance. So I'd suggest probably taking out this guy over here. Yeah, let's do that. One less enemy to worry about. And now it just leaves the monoliths to deal with. Ooh, Natalie just got the auto-revive. Unfortunately, Natalie's stunned this turn. So Natalie can't really do anything here right now. So Anna, you stay on kind of the supportive. And then Lance is going to cast some airstrikes on these guys to make sure they go down quickly. And then Matt is going to go all out with the Ice Shard. We keep this combo going, these monoliths are eventually going to go down. Yeah, you got nothing on us now. You're powerless now that you've been weakened so much. Alright, that was a good hit. One more hit and that one's going down. And down that one goes. Alright, up next, why don't we try a few things? Nah. We're going at a good pace at this point. I think I'm good. There are some other things I could try, though, like maybe trying to tire it out as well, so I can lower its accuracy. Let's do that. I don't know how weak it is to earth attacks. Alright, no weaknesses, but also no resistance either. So keeping it tired and weakened will be a good combination, I'd say. One more turn and it's finished. Oh yeah, that thing's done for. Finish it off, Anna. And big XP, leveling up Natalie and Anna now. And what was back here? A few, I guess, reasonably valuable items. What do we got going on over here? We got one wave containing some golden enemies. I don't know if I'm interested in fighting that right now since it's not blocking anything. These are goldfish. A gold flying fish robot uses wind and fire and bomb attacks, launches a final attack when defeated. Oh, okay. Alright, I think that's all I was interested in, so I'm gonna flee for now. Who knows, I may have to come back later if it turns out I did need to fight them. And then up next is that guy up there. Do I have enough to... What was I specifically wanting to max out with Anna? Because I think I've got the moves I often use with Anna maxed out at this point. So I think I mainly just want to focus on maxing out... Well, I should probably max out Revive when I get to that point, as well as maybe max out one of these limit breaks like Power Blast. As for Matt, that's pretty well maxed out. Some of the useful stuff here is maxed out. I should probably focus on maxing out Holy Sword. Oh, Screamer is also a good move that I use often. It would also be a good idea to max that out. Oh, there's so many good things I could max out with Matt. I think I should start with waiting to max out Holy Sword, since that would be quite useful. Alright, but moving on to the next encounter. What do we got over here? We got a lot of the enemies we saw in the earlier encounter. And they seem to be all electric themes, so that I'm not going to get it very far there. So I'm going to want to rely highly off wind attacks here. What else could these guys be weak to? Wind. I guess these guys also kind of electricity, but mostly we're going to want to rely off wind attacks here. So I think what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to have Natalie put up a barrier. And then we'll start going all out with some wind attacks. These guys are immune to those kind of attacks. So we'll start with a hurricane for widespread damage, and then use shockwave to also get some widespread damage in. Yeah, that's pretty good. One more round of that and the birds will be down. Next move. Alright, enough of that now. Take him down. Alright, well that took one down, though there's still 2 guys remaining. So we'll get him in due time. Okay, well that didn't go according to plan at all. I'm gonna use a big blast. That should hit the bird and take that guy out. Alright. Starting to get the upper hand here, so I should probably start thinking of doing some stuff, such as a bit of healing. Now we can start up some other attacks as well, like that. Now, hear that this final attack is super strong, so I'm probably going to want to be careful there. Anna's getting a bit low on health, though. I think it's going to be fine for now. Although, Anna, I do think you should probably focus this turn towards healing yourself. Well, actually, why don't we switch out Anna for Matt? Because I don't know what's coming up next, so let's get physical defense boosted. And then, Matt, you fire that to finish him off. And then we'll start the next wave where, oh boy. All of these guys look tough, and Natalie doesn't have a lot of useful attacks on these guys, outside of Thunderstorm, which will get some of them, I guess, but... Oh, it stunned the outer guys. Okay. That's okay, but what I'm really worried about is making sure that those mage birds don't go draining our magic. That's my main fear in all of this. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all out on taking out those birds first. So as long as they remain on screen, they're a high-level danger. Ah, that one just barely didn't die. Alright, just don't... No! Come on! I hate it when that happens. Okay, that's fine. Matt did what he needed to. Now we're gonna whip out Anna to use Hurricane, which is gonna be our key to taking out, like this Thunderbird and stuff. Now, in the meantime... Actually, no, I should focus on taking out the Thunderbird, which should go out with a good pulse. Alright, leaving just these 2 guys on screen, which might be a little bit worried. So, okay, Anna, why don't you heal up Lance? And then Lance, you can start going after one of them. And try another widespread healing to see if we can stun... Okay, we stun the other guy. That guy dealt... Actually, not that much damage to Lance, looking at it. Alright, but this guy's finished. We can fire a Spark Arrow. That should instantly... Oh! Or take him out. And Lance is leveled up again. Oh, right, the treasure. Good. More valuable items. And what were we doing over here? We were looking for the key to open it. We have these, right? Yeah, we do, but then we have a major roadblock up ahead. Anything I have not encountered yet in this wave? There does not appear to be. I do want to take this thing on over here because it is guarding some treasure. But first, we have enough to max out Revive. Matt, we have enough to max out Holy Sword for you. Natalie, since I'm using that widespread Thunderstorm spell more often, why don't I max that out at this time? Lance, what could I max out for you? I think I've maxed out everything I've been using for Lance as of late. I can't think of anything else. Was there anything that I was using Lance for? I'm gonna check this carefully, but it doesn't look like it, so I'm gonna try and max out his other limit break, the ion cannon. As well as, I guess, just level up some other stuff while I'm at it. Alright. Up next, Lance is still, or Matt is still in the back healing. We got a lot of magic-focused things here. All weak to bombs, so why don't I get... I know Matt isn't quite full yet, but I think I'd like to whip him out for this. Because what I can do is I can do a down magic attack, and then whip out some airstrikes on these guys. Then I could either go... let's focus a big blast for a widespread attack on these guys, taking out the support one, which was my aim. Yeah, don't mess with Matt, buddy. This looks like it'll be a pretty easy encounter, except Lance just got siphoned, so that's going to be a bit problematic for this wave. Alright, that should take care of the rest. Alright, Anna, why don't you do that to Natalie, and then I'm going to have Matt do a widespread screamer on these guys, because these guys are very support focused, so trying to take them out quickly is going to be high priority. Oh, please don't tell me that's like a... Okay, that's kind of bad. But at this point, I'll work with what I can get. I'll do another screamer attack. And then Lance is back to cast one of those. Though I think this round, I'd like to cast Pulsar, considering the nature of these enemies up here. And then airstrike them to take out the support guys once and for all. And now Matt's siphoned. We have two characters siphoned now. That's kind of a problem. Nonetheless, these guys are on the verge of going down anyway. So I'm pretty sure regular attack should finish them off. Allowing me to get this... Oh, yes! The Guardian skill. Okay. I like giving Matt this skill because... Wait, where is it? Don't tell me Matt can't... Out of all the characters, Lance is the only one that can't use it. Great. Just great. Alright, fine. I'll give it to Anna, because I know Anna's can be out fairly often and can sometimes need that. So I'd say with Revive maxed out, I'll want to focus on leveling up Guardian, because that focuses on a specific player with upgrading their defense and attack. That's going to be super useful for us. As for the rest, what do I want to focus on for the remainder of these guys? Matt, maybe Legend. Or no, wait, Screamer. Screamer and Flood, as well as Power Metal. Those are the big three for Matt. And then Anna, or no, Natalie. I think I want to go for upgrading, maxing out Pulsar next. Lance, how you doing, buddy? I was gonna give you Guardian, but seeing how that's not gonna be the case, I think I'm gonna continue doing what I was doing before, which was having you max out Ion. Alright, let's keep it moving. We've got a big encounter over here. Like, we're gonna want to be ready here. So, buff out those defenses, and let's get to work. This looks tough. Like, we got a new enemy over here, so... First things first, let's deal with these two golems over here, because they're going to be a major obstacle if we don't deal with them quickly. Luckily, the dragon is stunned for a couple of turns, so I think what I'm going to do is have Matt use Screamer to weaken them, And then have Lance continue to cast airstrikes on the weakened one. So that way we can keep this fight moving forward. So I'd prefer to have it taken out quickly. Specifically before that dragon gets back up. Because once that dragon gets back up, I get the feeling it's going to unleash some strong attacks. Alright, it's back up now. We need to take these guys out quickly. Unfortunately, though, we didn't take it out fast enough, and I don't want to waste a turn having to revive Lance. So I'm going to take this turn to heal Lance up. Because now the dragon's up and about. And with the dragon up and about, we're going to be busy. Alright, but keep weakening that magic defense. Alright, one's down. Now, I'll cast Heal More to make sure everyone remains at decent health. So we're gonna have to last well against this dragon. I'm gonna keep this combination going. Because actually, no, let's get Anna out here to cure everyone of their poison, because that's going to be some high damage dealing poison if not dealt with. Alright. Will that be enough to take that guy out? Okay, it was. Good. It's whipping out the morale skill. Not the most useful skill if you ask me for an enemy like this. Okay, to start, why don't we have Lance give it a scan? Yes, do whip out Scan Bot. Allowing us to see what this thing is. This is the Brown Dragon, a mighty desert dragon which uses powerful earth and poison attacks. Can buff the defense of other foes. So this thing is gonna be tough. Luckily it's mostly defense focused, and it has no particular weakness to Soul Arrow, so I can keep weakening its attacks using that ability without any repercussion. But let's get our magic defense up, considering the fact that these dragons usually focus on magic attacks. Okay, it's utilizing Morale, which is a move that I guess has some usefulness for it. What other weaknesses does this guy have? None that are useful with Lance out, I'd say. So let's get Matt back out here. In casting, it was useful for him to cast Screamer earlier. So why don't we go ahead and have him... Let's see here. In terms of this thing's weaknesses, mostly weak to ice. So I think maybe I'll want to focus on ice attacks for this fight. Do I have any useful water attacks? No, I don't. So I think I'll focus on ice spells. And then using Anna to keep it weakened. Because having it weakened and tired will be quite useful. Although tired won't have the same effectiveness, especially with earth attacks healing it. So that's not going to be the most useful thing in the world. Mainly, I'm going to want to rely off some strong ice attacks. So maybe occasionally I'll also have Anna use her water arrow to get it wet. That should be a good combination to take out this dragon quickly. Also, occasionally some healing will need to be made, which is exactly why I have Natalie out on the field. So I'll use Anna to get it wet from time to time, and then I'll use Matt to unleash a strong ice attack while it's super wet and weak on defense. Though it has pretty strong physical defense at the moment. That's something I've kind of noticed at the moment. So that's going to be a minor difficulty taking this thing down. Alright, one more hit should take it down. So with that out of the way now... Oh, the mammoth finished it off. Alright, oh no, we got two enemies on the field. That usually means we got a tough opponent coming up next. So let's cast an airstrike to deal with these guys quickly. And then quickly take one of them out. So let's have Natalie cast Pulsar this time, which took one of them out. And then why don't we have Anna cast something useful? Why not the Guardian skill? Why not herself? Just to show how it works. And so we don't have a lessened amount of magic defense. Alright, moving forward. What attack should I use? Let's just use an Aqua Arrow. That should be enough to... Really now. Okay. I'm gonna have this... dedicate this turn towards buffing up some defenses in preparation for what's likely to come up. Although I really gotta do something about that poison effect. Especially now. Alright, Anna, you focus this turn towards healing Matt. I'll figure out what to do about these guys. Let's cast some soul arrows on the dragons so they can't do much to us. And then I think my best move for now will be to maybe also go after these earth elementals real quickly. This is gonna be tough because we got 2 dragons on the field. Dragons that lessen our accuracy. Oh, yikes. That was a strong attack. Good thing I had Auto Revive activated on Anna that turn. But now Anna needs to get off the field. Quickly. Okay, why don't we have Lance dedicate this turn towards maybe casting a med pack on Matt. And then once again focus this turn towards simply trying to take one of these guys out. These guys are tough and need to go down. I can't think of anything else that might be useful to use on these guys. My best move, with how I see it, is to start with taking out the Earth Elementals, which is easier said than done with the fact that they keep lowering my accuracy. So I think that'll be another usefulness with having Lance on the field, is that we'll be able to buff up that accuracy. This is probably going to miss, but oh no, it hit. But yeah, we got to keep that accuracy high if we want to take these guys out. Alright, one's down. That should allow us to... I'm impressed Matt's still able to hit guys despite his position. That's good to see. Alright, let's revive Natalie. Now my revive spell is at full power. So with it at full power, I should be able to do some stuff with that. Now, my current position, Matt's currently quite low on accuracy. So why don't we have him get everyone's physical defense up? Because we're definitely going to need it. And then, of course, they go all out with the magic attacks. And now our accuracy is once again super far down. So why don't we focus on dealing with this elemental first things first. Before anything else. I probably should have focused that turn towards getting accuracy up, because now our attacks are just gonna miss. There's gotta be a way we can get accuracy back up. But the best way I see us doing that is to... Oh, yikes, they're making their move pretty fast. Alright. Lance, cast Lock on Matt. And then quickly... We gotta quickly take that guy down. Otherwise, we're not gonna get much farther into this fight. Alright. Whip out Anna again. And that's gonna be a bit problematic. Get another revive spell up. Knowing the high magic attack power of these dragons, let's whip out a barrier at this time. And then keep at it with trying to take these guys out. Because this guy over here needs to go out quickly, and the effect that's being placed on them is not helping. And oh no, not Anna. Great. I'm gonna have to use up a coffee to revive Anna now. This is where it gets problematic, everyone, because I really need to decide carefully what the best move is. And right now, I don't know what's going to be a good move. But I really see it necessary to take this guy out, because he's been on the field for too long right now, and with Earth attacks occasionally healing him, he needs to go out quickly. So I need to dedicate all of my power towards taking him out. Quickly now. Okay, finally! Now, let's get magic defense up again, because these guys have strong magic attack. As well as physical attack power, which, I think with that being the case, it's time to send Matt to the back, because he's been at it for a while. And I think he deserves a good rest. But now is the time to start weakening these guys. And start launching some strong attacks. It's time to counterattack. Now, Lance doesn't have a whole lot of useful abilities, so I think I'm going to focus mainly on support for Lance. Because, yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot that's useful. So, I'll plan accordingly. Yikes, that's a strong attack. Alright, I'm gonna make a risky move here. Anna, you're gonna keep these guys weakened, and Lance is gonna be the one to revive Natalie this turn. And then I think I'm gonna spend this turn towards whipping out Matt, who's gonna get everyone's physical defense up. That's on the field. It's probably gonna cost Matt his life. Yep, and it did. But I saw it as a worthy sacrifice to get everyone's defense up. So, Matt, you can get out of here now. Your purpose has been fulfilled. And then, Natalie, you're going to get everyone's magic defense up. That'll be a good contrast with their current position, where now they're not going to be able to do much to us. Now I can just start shooting them down. Although Lance doesn't have a whole lot of useful abilities against them. My best option would be to probably rely off the antimatter cannon or something. Or can I siphon them? Okay, no, I can't siphon them. My best option that I see would be to probably rely off maybe getting them wet. I'm gonna try a non-elemental attack with the triple saw blades. Well, no, they're immune to instant death attacks. I just don't know what to do. Elements depend on current weapon. Let's just whip out the antimatter cannon for Lance, or maybe I should have kept him on the support position or something. I don't know. Whatever the case, as long as Anna has the opening she needs to keep them weakened. Lance, why don't you focus a bit towards support, keeping everyone's power high. So that way they don't get the upper hand. That missed? Okay, yeah, Lance is definitely sticking into a support position for this. So I need to keep these guys weakened as much as possible. Lance is becoming weakened, which is a bit problematic. But let's keep that magic defense high to make sure that nobody dies, especially for an attack like that. Alright, I think for this turn, Lance, you're gonna be the support for this. Because that's what's definitely needed the most here. But we're gonna keep these guys weakened, keep our magic defense buffed, and we'll eventually get through this fight. It's definitely a major roadblock, but we'll get through it eventually. Shouldn't take long now. We're doing pretty good position-wise, so let's keep everyone's accuracy raised for this. So they can eventually go down. Okay, they're poisoning everyone again. So I'm gonna need to focus probably a turn towards Lance giving himself a med pack. Anna, you keep focusing those soul arrows on them. So that way they don't get any stronger. This one looks like it's close to going down. Alright, Lance, why don't you focus a turn towards keeping Anna's accuracy up, because we need to be sure that Anna's attacks hit. Alright, and then Natalie, you keep trying to take that one down. Uh-oh. Ooh, lucky med pack, let's go. Alright, why don't we get Lance out of here for now and get a combination going. Matt's got quite a bit of his MP back, so let's get a combination up where him and Natalie work together to take these guys out. So that one down there is almost finished. And it should only take a couple more hits now. Alright, just one hit. I'm gonna focus this attack towards that one to ensure that it goes down. And that wasn't enough. Okay. Maybe one more. Alright, that one just has to stay weakened. Can I land one more hit on that guy? Okay, good. Alright, and then get the defenses back up. We just have one guy left to deal with, and this combination should be all that we need to finish it off. Get all the status effects going as we can on it, and this thing should go out quickly. Okay, Matt's down. I'm gonna have to use up a turn to revive him. Only a matter of turns now. Okay, poisoned. Good, that missed. Why don't we use vines this turn to get it poisoned as well? I know poison probably isn't going to do a whole ton to it, but it'll be useful. And this should finish it off. Okay, that was a ridiculously long fight, but we got a ton of XP out of it. I'm feeling pretty good. And I believe moving upward, we should be getting close to the end of the Temple of God Cat. Hey, we found another scroll. Was that important for anything? Oh yeah, there's a guy that was wanting some scrolls. What are these guys up to? Once you've mastered all the traps of the temple, come and see us. Perhaps we can help in your struggle. I can feel that you travelers are approaching the end of your quest. I hope things end well for you, but that's unlikely. The winds up ahead grind even mountains to dust. I have but one tip to give you. The final boss has many forms. It may be worth preparing a different set of equipment for each form. It's an interesting piece of advice. Okay, we have another permanent stat buff item, which who needs that the most? Why don't we give that one to Matt next? Well, yeah, Matt. Alright, moving on over here. We got another puzzle up here. Have we encountered this thing before? I just want to scan it. I'm not interested in fighting it. Okay, no, we have encountered that thing once before. I just want to fight the thing up here. I know I'm still recovering from the previous battle, but I would like to keep things moving. Whip out that scan bot and let's see what we're up against. There are 4 waves to this? How much am I fighting? Well, I might have to end the episode after this then, because yikes. This is the Mage Dog, a powerful mage which uses dark and holy magic and can also heal and buff other foes. Has high defense. Okay. We're gonna want to probably focus high on maybe electric attacks? Or we could also try Earth as well. Well, whatever combination we go with, it's gotta take them all. Why don't we try Widespread Electric in case to see if we can get the chance of stunning some of them, but I would like to make sure these guys get taken out quickly. And it seems like it'll be anything but quickly. And they're already draining all of our MP. Oh dear. Okay, I think I see how this fight is meant to roll out. I think we're meant to siphon them. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a while. So, we're going to want to make sure everyone possible is siphoned. Those not, I think we'll want to maybe stun them. What? That missed? Alright, another widespread electric attack. That has to stun it. Of course it doesn't get stunned. And it's going to use its move to probably do something annoying. Okay, no, it didn't. Good. But now I'm going to need to waste some... Okay, no. Lance needs to keep using Siphon on everyone. How is that one not getting siphoned? Natalie, you're going to have to use a turn to restore some of Anna's MP since it was stolen from her. Which was incredibly rude. Keep trying to make sure that that one gets stunned, because we cannot allow any of these guys to get any magic out, because I don't want any MP drained, nor any of them healed. That's the combination we must keep going. Might be a bit tedious on these guys, but it's my best shot at taking them down. There's got to be a faster way to kill them, but this is the best speed I see it happening at. So we're going to be here for the long haul for now. Maybe I can whip something out here that can take them out quickly. Seeing how they're highly weak to poison, let's whip out some poison gas so we can really heat up that poison on them. And ensure that the poison kills them off quickly. So we cannot let them to continue attacking. Alright, one down, a few to go. Why did I aim for the non-siphoned one? Oh well. Why don't I... Okay. They're almost finished, so I think I'm going to have Lance cast a med pack on Natalie. And Natalie, why don't you do a thunderstorm attack? That should take the one up there out. It did not take them out? Well, please don't tell me you're going to unleash... Okay, good. Alright, poison finished them off, and... Oh my goodness. Okay, I really gotta make sure these siphons hit. Otherwise, we're to... And, of course, you go for... Out of all the ones you could have gone for, you go for Matt. That's gonna be problematic. So, I'm gonna... Once again, cast a siphon, and then I'm gonna have to use up a turn to restore someone's MP. Of course that doesn't hit everyone. I'm gonna make sure that all the poison possible hits everyone. Alright, Anna, you make sure everyone remains healed. But we're gonna have to make sure that these guys eventually go down. Otherwise, I cannot allow them to heal anyone, and I don't want anything else bad to be happening here. So, Anna, why don't you focus this turn towards... using up a cupcake to get Lance's MP back up, because we need to make sure they remain siphoned. At all costs. Next, let's cast some electric attacks, so we can start electrifying. Well, no. Anna needs to be healed. So let's do that this turn. Never expected this fight to be so annoying as well as so many waves, otherwise I probably wouldn't have started this fight. Would have probably ended the episode quickly. Alright, keep them all siphoned now. I also have that one move I could use with Matt. Of course that misses. Why wouldn't it miss? Or why wouldn't it hit? Well, having a combination of both siphoned and stunning them will be quite useful. So I'd say that's my best shot at taking these guys out. Ooh, lucky med pack. But I gotta keep them all siphoned. Otherwise, we're not getting anywhere with this. Okay, that guy up there needs to go out quickly. Otherwise, they're going to be in immediate danger. And then just keep electrifying the rest of them to make sure they don't have the chance to attack. So they're only annoying by the fact that they drain MP. So I take them out piece by piece, they'll eventually be finished. So let's cast some vines on that one. Lance, you keep casting Siphon. That one missed. Let's direct some attacks towards that bird, since it missed him. Alright, maybe I should... Should I widespread heal this turn, maybe? I don't know. Natalie, do a widespread electric attack. Why don't we take that middle one out real quickly, rather than trying to see if we can reason with it. Alright, Poison took them both out. And oh dear, this better not be a tough fight, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Alright, those guys got auto-revive on them. So that's nice. And that happened. Alright, so let's get a widespread heal underway. And then Anna, why don't you activate Guardian on Lance, since Lance doesn't have a whole lot of useful stuff. Alright, here we go. We got a lot of support-themed enemies on hand here. So my best move would be, once again, to rely off siphoning. Making sure everyone gets siphoned. And Anna, why don't you focus some soul arrows on the monolith? Because that thing's going to be strong. Natalie, you get a barrier up, and Natalie needs MP. Oh no. Alright, because I can't do anything about the monolith, which means that I clearly need to prepare some high defense for when it unleashes a strong attack. And Lance is getting weakened. That's going to be a bit problematic. Alright, but Matt, you keep everyone siphoned. Anna, you make sure that monolith remains weakened. And then why don't... Oh, I didn't even notice that Natalie was stunned. No. Alright. Natalie, make sure everyone's... Oh, that's right. Natalie's all out. Oh, no. Alright, Anna. You've weakened them quite enough. You're going to have to use a turn to prep up Natalie here to heal everyone. Because I don't want that monolith taking us all down in a single blast. And then Lance, make sure everyone remains siphoned. So we cannot allow a single one of these guys to launch an attack. Oh, the monolith got siphoned as well, so it can't do anything right now. Ooh, and it got tired. Alright, that bought us a bit of time. So why don't we use that borrowed time to continue to cast... Wait, what's happening? Okay. I want to continue to weaken the monolith. Lance, you make sure everyone remains siphoned. And then I'm going to have Natalie start finding methods to take these enemies down. Specifically, why don't we start with the monolith, since that's the biggest obstacle in the room. It's not getting a chance to fire. That's the good news, because I keep siphoning it. I didn't even know it was possible to siphon these kind of monoliths. Mainly because there's only a 50% chance, but the fact that I'm succeeding in getting it to not be able to unleash any strong attacks is quite helpful. So being able to do that is nice. I think everyone's okay for now that I'm going to go ahead and launch an attack on the monolith. Because I would like to make sure that monolith goes down and stays down. And then, yeah, why don't we also... Does Anna know Talisman Seal? Siphon's yeah, because that could also increase the chance of it getting siphoned. Yeah, that siphoned it. These guys are stuck relying off physical attacks, which they aren't very strong with. So I think I bought myself more than enough time to get through this. Alright, so let's start taking that monolith down. Shouldn't be very hard. There it goes. Alright, leaving the rest, they should be easy to take out. Cast a Gaia Blossom to make them tired. That'll be quite useful against them, to decrease their chances of landing hits. I just gotta make sure they don't land any actual hit. Oh dear, Natalie's down. I'll have to use up a turn to get her back up. Luckily, these guys are nearly finished. Now that I've conjured up a good strategy to take them all down. They don't stand a chance now. Let's cast a Pulse on this guy down here. They should be down by next turn. Ooh, auto-revive on Lance, okay. Alright, Lance, you cast an airstrike on that one over there, why don't you? And that's not what I had in mind, but okay. Alright. Keep at it with the Gaia Blossoms, I'd say. And then I'm gonna use a oh, please tell me I used the... No, I aimed for the wrong guy and used the wrong move. I hate it when that happens. Alright, I'm gonna have to alter my plan then. Seeing how that's what's happened. So I'll start by aiming for him, and of course it's a single person attack. So I'm gonna cast a Gaia Blossom to finish that guy down there off. And then, Natalie, why don't you cast a Heal More despite the auto-revives currently in effect? But these guys are as good as finished now. So let's finish them off. One down, one to go. Alright, why don't we cast Thunderbolt on you? Just a bunch of thunder attacks to finish you off. Which isn't doing a whole lot. Now that I'm looking at it. So let's get Matt out here, because Matt has some strong physical attacks that he can use to finish this guy off. Alright, Vine should do it. Ooh, that was a lot more than I had bargained for, but at least now I should be able to finish this puzzle in peace, where I can lower this, grab whatever's in this chest, as well as this chest. A few valuable resources, I'd say. So we now have every quest activated, and I know I should be at the stopping point where I should stop the episode, but I just want to take a look at what's up ahead here. Oh, yes, okay. So up ahead, I guess there is another way into the temple after all. It's behind the equip shop. I think they must be selling loot from the temple. What a bunch of thieves. And we got an enemy blocking our path. Okay, I think I'm going to save that for next episode. But we are very close to being done with this. What's, any unique enemies over here? There does not appear to be, so I am going to ignore those guys for now. How close are we to the end of this? Because I'm pretty sure we haven't missed anyone. I mean, there's still quite a few enemies left, but that's not because I am skipping a few enemies. I'm certain there's other enemies I haven't seen yet. I'm just at the point where I'm ready for it to be over, because we are very close to the final battle. And yeah, we are running a bit low on enemy types here. I don't quite know what other things I could be missing, though. I know there's still probably a few things, but now that we have this alternate way into the temple coming up, I'm going to want to get to that, and we'll have a few things we can do. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. And, yeah, we'll make further progress next time. Those ways definitely took a bit longer than I expected, though, seeing how we're about 4.5 minutes past the what I normally like to have as the max limit of these episodes. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, This is the Gamer of Gamers, and stay excellent, everyone!